Today on People Now, it's a boy. Prince William and Kate Middleton's third royal baby is here, and we are live from London.
And royal watchers everywhere are finding ways to celebrate the new prince.
This man is being hailed a hero for tackling the Waffle House shooter as police continue their search for that gunman.
And I love her until the day I die.
Antonio Banderas opens up about co-parenting and why he will always love his ex-wife, Melanie Griffith.
Michelle Williams spills details about her engagement and the likelihood of a Destiny's Child reunion.
And whatever you do, don't ask Macaulay Culkin to do that Home Alone screaming face. We will tell you why.
Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to People Now. First day at our new time. Here we go. Very excited. Big news across the pond today. Of course, Prince William and Kate Middleton finally had their third royal baby.
Yeah, everyone is talking about this. So in honor of the very happy news, we want to know what's your favorite thing about the royals. Is it Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's whirlwind romance? Queen Elizabeth and her love of cocktails, maybe? For Prince George and Princess Charlotte, we want to hear from you.
All right, tweet us at People with the hashtag People Now. We will get to your answers very soon. But first, we move on to this. You are looking at a shot outside St. Mary's Hospital where Prince William just returned with his two older children, George and Charlotte, to bring them to Princess Kate and, safe to assume, to meet their new baby brother. So adorable. Kind of the first shots there that the world sees of them going in for this big momentous occasion. But now we will move on to this and more from the royals. Watch.
And we're going to celebrate in fish and chips and our England flag. And we want a healthy baby and healthy mother.
Yep, there you go. Bring us all the fish and chips to celebrate. Royal fans have a big reason to celebrate today. Kensington Palace announcing that Prince William and Kate Middleton welcomed that third child, a boy, on Monday morning. The new prince was born at 11:01 a.m. London time. That's 6:01 a.m. Eastern. He weighs 8 pounds, 7 ounces. Now, Kate traveled by car from Kensington Palace with Prince William at her side and was admitted to St. Mary's Hospital earlier this morning in the early stages of labor. A few hours after the birth, an official announcement was put on display on an easel in front of Buckingham Palace. According to the announcement, both Kate and the new baby are doing well. Stick around, guys, because a little later in the show, we have all the details live from People's chief foreign correspondent, Simon Perry, who is outside St. Mary's Hospital as we speak. But first, we move on to this.
The gun was kind of jammed up and it was pushed down, so we were scuffling. And I managed to get him with one hand on the gun, and then I grabbed it from him and I threw it over the countertop. And then after that, I was trying to get out the door, and I think he was pretty much in the entranceway, so I just took him out with me.
Wow, so amazing to hear from him. James Shaw Jr. attacked a gunman who fatally opened fire at a Tennessee Waffle House restaurant early on Sunday, likely saving many lives by wrestling the assault-style rifle out of the assailant's hands. 4 people were killed, 2 were injured in the shooting, and the gunman remains at large. Shaw is being called a hero by police and others who learned of his bravery, but he wants to remind everyone that he took action to simply stay alive. Here's what he said.
And I chose to react because I didn't see any other way of me, living. And that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to live. And I'll say it again, I didn't really fight that man to save everybody else. I know that might not be a popular thing, but I'm really honest. I'm going to be honest to the core. I took the gun so I could get myself out.
While Shaw says that he is sore from that altercation, in addition to having been grazed by a bullet on his arm and receiving burns on his hand from grabbing the rifle's barrel. However, he's more concerned with the victims, who include 29-year-old Tareen Sanderlin, the cook at the Waffle House, 20-year-old Joe Perez, 21-year-old DeEbony Groves, and 23-year-old Aquila Da Silva. Shaw set up a GoFundMe page to raise money for the victims' families. Chuck Cordero, a witness and friend of one of the victims, opened up about what he saw.
Got out of my car to go inside, and as soon as I got out, this guy in a pickup truck pulled up, gets out of his vehicle, and wearing nothing but a jacket, and shot some guy right at the door. And then he shot my buddy who was trying to run down the sidewalk, and then I dropped to the ground around my car, and then I could see from underneath my car he shot through the windows of the restaurant, and then he went inside and started shooting.
So incredible to hear those accounts, and our sincere prayers go out to the victims of this tragedy. You can stay on people.com as the story continues to develop. And Andrea, you have even more for us in Star Treks.
Yes, this former child star is no longer taking requests in today's edition of Star Treks. Watch.
Do people come up to you and want you to put your hands on your face?
Yes.
Oh my God. What do you say to them?
He's like, no.
Yeah, right.
I've already been there, done that already.
Right,
guys.
right.
Like, yeah, I'm 37 now, okay? Hey, Mom.
Macaulay Culkin is officially over making the Home Alone face, folks. The 37-year-old actor sat down on The Ellen Show Monday and opened up about being one of the most recognizable child stars in the world. Culkin called his fame a blessing and a curse because though fame has had its perks, he can't go anywhere without being recognized. And to avoid being asked to recreate that infamous Kevin McAllister face, Culkin admits he goes into hiding during the Thanksgiving-Christmas season when the film plays in heavy rotation, jokingly calling it, quote, Macaulay season. And just in case you're wondering if he watches his film while cooped up inside, he doesn't. For him, it's just, quote, background radiation during Christmas time. Macaulay may have moved on, but we will always love Home Alone once the holidays roll around, for sure. Well, fresh off 2 killer weekends at Coachella, Destiny Child singer Michelle Williams is opening up about her engagement to fiancé Chad Johnson and how he surprised her in more ways than one.
He surprised me. He told me he was flying back to Pittsburgh, and actually the week before he proposed, instead of flying to Pittsburgh, he flew to Chicago, Illinois, got a rental car, drove to Rockford, Illinois, my hometown, and met with everybody special to me.
Wow.
Oh. And it just showed me that he listens. Like you remembered my Aunt Jackie? You remember Mama Charles? Oh my gosh, and my parents, I mean, but my dad told him, if you hurt my girl, this is what's gonna happen.
That is incredible. And it looks like Papa Williams is not the only one looking out for his little girl. Since taking their relationship public last July, Chad says the fans have been very protective over his soon-to-be wife, telling people, quote, all the Michelle fans, the Destiny's Child fans, the Beehive, those folks are constantly like, you better take care of our girl. If you hurt her, we're coming for you. And fans will be very happy to hear that the singer did not rule out another Destiny's Child reunion. She tells GMA that Beyoncé and Kelly Rowland will most definitely be attending the wedding, and that Kelly even wants to throw the Bachelorette party, adding, quote, God knows what's gonna go down there. Big congrats to Michelle and her husband-to-be. And those are your Star Treks for today.
All right, guys, stay with us. We are going to be live from London for even more royal baby updates. Plus, Gwyneth Paltrow is opening up about her engagement to Brad Falchuk and says that she finally feels like she is in her first adult relationship.
All right, we are looking at a live shot from the Lindo wing of St. Mary's Hospital in London, where Kate Middleton gave birth to her and Prince William's third child, a boy, just hours ago.
Yeah, no word yet on a name, but the palace said it will be announced in due course, as they put it. But according to British oddsmakers, here we go, Albert and Arthur are the most popular names for a boy with odds of 5-1 and 9-1 respectively. So write it down. And joining us live from outside the Lindo wing of St. Mary's Hospital is Chief Foreign Correspondent for People, Mr. Simon Perry. Simon, thank you for calling in, for Skyping in and being there. I know it's exciting. You've been outside the Lindo wing since this morning. Can you describe the moment that the birth was announced? Who made the announcement? How did the crowd outside the hospital react?
Oh, hi Jeremy. Yes, we've been here since about 8:25, I think it was. I arrived here just after hearing the news. I happened to be having breakfast around the corner, so that was handy. When the news came out, it was great. There were a lot of people who've been waiting here for a long time, as you've probably been seeing, and great ripple first went through the crowd because we heard first, and then the news spread very quickly with Twitter and emails and so on. And a lot of cheering and a lot of 3 cheers for the couple.
There you go. And we know that Prince William was by Kate's side when she arrived at the hospital and delivered baby number 3. We saw him leave the Lindo wing about an hour ago, hopping in his car, promising the crowd that he'd be back in a minute. When he returned moments ago, he had the big siblings, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, along with him. Do you think we might see the new family of 5 make an appearance together today? Is that seeming likely?
I don't think we're going to see all 5 together, I'll be honest. Hopefully we'll see Kate and William and their little baby coming out a little later. Seeing the 2 siblings, confident little Charlotte walking along the pavement with a little wave for the photographers was a great moment. Not sure George enjoyed it as much though. He's quite shy and keeping himself to himself. but very proud moment for Dad William and his two lovely children.
I could watch that video all day. I love how she turns around. She's so cute and giving the big wave there. We can't forget, of course, though, the adorable moment when Prince George came to visit his new baby sister, Charlotte, at that same Lindo wing 3 years ago. He himself was born here 4 years ago. What are some of the reasons that St. Mary's is the perfect place to deliver a royal baby? Let me repeat it again for you, Simon. I think we're having some trouble there, but Simon basically asking, this is a place that we've seen the other babies, Charlotte and George, were presented there,
yeah.
the Lindo wing. Why is the Lindo wing in St. Mary's, why is that the perfect place for the royals to have the babies?
Well, it's a perfect place. It's only a 6 or 7 minute drive away from Kensington Palace, and of course it's the place where William and Harry were both born, with their mother, Princess Diana, of course. So, yeah, there's a lot of tradition. They know how to do things here for them, I suppose. And, yeah, it seems to be a success. So, why break that run?
Yeah, it's a great tradition, and of course, it's become something that we watch for. Let's talk about the rest of the day. Who else can we expect to visit, and when do you anticipate Kate and the baby will head home?
I don't think we're expecting anyone else to come and visit. I think if Kate is going to leave, she will leave this evening, which will be, we've only got about another 2 or 3 hours of daylight here, so let's hope it comes before then. Hopefully we're going to know soon whether or not she's going to be able to go home this evening. I mean, most mums want to leave the hospital as soon as they can, don't they, and get home to their home comforts, and I'm sure Kate's exactly the same.
I'm sure they'd like to get in the privacy of home. With Prince George, though, Kate was in the hospital for a little over 24 hours. With Charlotte, she made record time. She was heading home after just 10 hours there. Can you give us a little more info on how she's able to leave so quickly and why that works out for them?
How she's able to get going so quickly again?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, well, she's got a lot of help in there. There's a team of about 20 people in total, including all the medical staff and midwives and so on. So she's luckier than many mums, and has got a lot of great care in there, obviously, as we know. But yeah, I think she's obviously a fit woman and able to looks after herself well, and is maybe able to cope with some of all the trauma and difficulty of childbirth. But yeah, she's hopefully we're going to see her later, and that she can continue her care at home.
Very good. Simon, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll let you get back to it. And of course, we'll check in with you at some point in the future, and we're going to check in with the hospital live feed one more time a little later in the show as well.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Yeah, nice to hear from him. It'd be really cool to actually be there. I feel like the suspense.
There's a real energy to it, for sure.
I know. All right, let's check in on the question of the day. In honor of Prince William and Kate Middleton's new baby, we want to know, what is your favorite thing about the royals?
Ali says, I love Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Couple goals.
Yeah, Shay writes, I love their philanthropic involvement.
We're going to see more and more of that. We'll check back in later, but now we're going to move on to this.
Yes, Gwyneth Paltrow is opening up about her life with fiancé Brad Falchuk and how romantic insecurities caused her to struggle in past relationships.
Yeah, the Goop founder sat down for a candid conversation in the Sunday Times where she revealed that she's the only one in her circle of friends who's gotten a divorce, saying that the separation made her feel like a failure.
That Paltrow was previously married to Coldplay frontman Chris Martin, but the pair famously, consciously uncoupled after more than 10 years together.
The conscious uncoupling.
We all remember that.
Yeah, according to Paltrow, she's had a long history of dating men who've struggled with intimacy. Here's what she says. I've been in relationships with men who had intimacy issues, so I could be like, I'm fine, I'm ready to do this, and let myself think that he's the one with the problem. In a way, some of the relationships were designed to keep me out of intimacy.
Yeah.
That's what she says.
Yeah, well, Paltrow goes on to explain that she's finally in an adult relationship with Falchuk, adding that her husband-to-be, quote, sort of demands a certain level of intimacy and communication that I haven't been held to before.
The actress, who's also dated Brad Pitt and Ben Affleck, says that she wasn't particularly in love in the past. She explains it was more about, why don't they like me? What's wrong with me? I think my desire to overachieve in part comes from this pattern.
Yeah, now Paltrow is more open than ever, as she plans to say I do. The star previously told People this is her first time wedding planning since she and ex-husband Chris Martin eloped back in 2003. She adds, quote, I've never had a wedding before, so even though I'm 45, I sort of feel like a 21-year-old. Well, congrats to the happy couple. Now onto this.
You know what happened to me that was very weird with Puss in Boots? That sometimes, to go somewhere, a supermarket. I go to a supermarket, and there is a mother there with a little kid. And then the mother says, "Oh, hey, Pablito, look, that's Puss in Boots."
It's like, no, it isn't.
And the kid is like looking at the mother like the mother's drunk.
Yeah, right. Just terrified.
Yeah, what happened to you, man? That's a guy.
He grew into a human.
Yeah. So the next step, could you please do
right, of course.
the voice of me? Okay, release me. And so there you are in the middle of the supermarket. I am Puss in Boots.
Yes, of course we love Antonio Banderas, but my kids really love him as the Puss in Boots.
I know. You did a good job too, Jeremy.
Thank you.
The actor opened up about his own family, revealing just how close he and ex-wife Melanie Griffith still are.
Plus, whether he thinks his daughter will get into the acting game.
And even if I am divorced, or we are divorced, she's my family, and I love her until the day I die. So we have been in contact all these years, and I think we actually managed to do a separation that was very elegant, and our kids are, enjoying that. And that is very important for both of us. Our kids were priority number one. And so they are all well, and Jack Dakota became a superstar.
Ooh, yep. Yes,
Alexander plays his music, and Stella is studying now in USC. And I don't know if he's going to be in front or behind the camera. Probably behind.
Yeah.
If you had your choice, though, would you want to see her on the big screen and watch her?
I would support my daughter in anything that she wants to do. She want to be an actor, I will be there. But if she want to be a doctor, I will be there too.
Really nice to hear that. And stick around because we have more Antonio Banderas with Genius co-star Alex Rich talking about their Pablo Picasso transformations. All right, now on to this.
Guys, spring is here. I don't know if you heard. It's never too late to hit the reset button and start fresh.
Yeah, and People magazine has broken down 50 ways to live beautifully, and we're breaking down our top 5 picks, starting with this.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Doubtfire sure knew her way around a vacuum, and you better too.
That's right. Keeping your house clean and tidy helps everything else in your life feel the same way, according to Queer Eye star Bobby Burke.
If you're not the biggest cleaner, start small with things like making the bed every morning. That's simple.
Yeah, experts say that fixing those sheets boosts productivity and encourages other good habits.
Hard for me to do it, though. Now that your house is all clean, though, you have to enjoy it, right?
Yes, take some well-needed me time with a chilled-out staycation.
Look, time off doesn't always require an exotic location and flight delays. Guys, get a good book, watch a good movie, take a long bath, just get comfy.
That hurts so bad, my house. Help!
One more line and we're done. All right. That's it. You're set.
Okay, we all remember this. There's no need to get an infamous Kim K vampire facial to have healthy skin, folks.
Yeah, treating your skin can be as simple as moisturizing yourself with pure avocado oil after a shower to keep skin baby smooth.
Much better. Another way to keep your skin healthy is to slap on that SPF.
Especially with summer right around the corner, dermatologists say that all people, regardless of skin tone, need a factor of at least 30 to keep skin protected from those harsh rays.
Yeah, our parents were right. You better take your vitamins.
That's right. And committing to a regular vitamin regimen, that can help improve the health of your hair, your nails, your skin, and more from the inside out.
Yeah, and if you're not a fan of pills, there are so many other options now with vitamin gummies, which we all love. Even healthy smoothies and juices are a good way to get your nutrients in there.
Smoothies all day. No excuses there.
Yeah. The final way to beautify your life is to go outside and see the world, even if that means that no one joins you.
Scientists say that spending time outdoors can help improve body image, and traveling is a proven way to learn things about yourself that you never knew before.
Yeah, and if you really want to switch things up, try visiting one of those destinations that you lust after on Instagram in real life.
There you go. Places like the Louvre in Paris, New Mexico's White Sands National Monument, Arizona's Horseshoe Bend are amazing in real life too, I guess.
Yeah, who'd have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk it? Guys, Antonio Banderas and Alex Rich star in National Geographic's Pablo Picasso Genius series. The actors portrayed the famed artist at different stages of his life, both requiring intense research and, for Banderas, hours of makeup in order to fully transform into an older Picasso. Watch this.
Take me. You see what happens when he finds out you arrested the most famous artist in the world.
But when I saw myself old as Picasso, you suffer a transformation that doesn't go from the makeup that you have in your face to your whole body, and you start moving in a different way, almost unconsciously. And when I see the result of that, I love it. I love it. I love more than when I have played Zorro, when I play characters that may have been at a certain point in my history closer to me. I love to go away from myself.
Then let someone force me to paint inside the box. I am going to be a great artist one day, Papa. But I will do it in my own way.
What kind of preparation and research did you do to kind of get in that mindset of Picasso?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely multifaceted. It was lucky to have Antonio there with me through all of shooting because we could bounce ideas back and forth, and I could see him on set, and we could take little pieces of each other and try to present a united person. But also, I got the Richardson textbooks, which are hugely, well, they're just huge. And you can
definitely.
Yeah.
It's almost an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Really.
Wow.
And if you have like for specific scenes that I didn't know much about, I could go back and find them very quickly there.
All right, guys, let's take one last look at St. Mary's Hospital. We're still waiting for William, Kate, and the baby to make their first appearance.
Yeah, we're waiting. A crowd is there waiting. The world waits as the streams go live, and we can't wait for that moment. You can stay on people.com for all the latest updates on baby number 3.
And this is interesting. The baby's birthday is actually an important day in English history. So April 23rd is St. George's Day, the feast day of the patron saint of England.
Get ready for some fast facts. St. George was officially named the protector of the royal family and the patron saint of the country during the Middle Ages. He was believed to have been a soldier in the Roman army who was tortured for refusing to renounce his Christian faith.
Yeah, now St. George's cross is used as the English flag and is featured in the Union Jack flag for the United Kingdom. So I guess that means this baby's already super patriotic by default.
Another fun fact, April 23rd also marks the traditional celebration of William Shakespeare's birth. Shakespeare's exact birthday is unknown, but records indicate that he was baptized on April 26th, 1564, died on April 23rd, 1616. So April 23rd generally celebrated as his birthday.
Yeah.
There we go.
Fun fact, now you know.
Question of the day, here we go again.
All right, let's check in on the question of the day. In honor of the new royal baby's big arrival, we want to know what's your favorite thing about the royals.
All right, Ashley says, I love that their story gave me the crown,
Yeah.
my favorite binge in a long time.
Okay, Aaron adds, my favorite thing about the royals is the history of them. Baby Charlotte has the blood of Queen Victoria in her.
Very good. We'll be asking you a new question of the day tomorrow on People Now. You can come back at tomorrow at noon. Also, at noon Eastern. We just got news for all you royal watchers that Kate Middleton will be leaving the hospital this evening. We talked about this before. Her turnaround was pretty quick for the last baby. And so again here, so there you go.
All right, well, thanks for watching and have a great day.
Bye-bye.